formulas, right? Cos of minus x is equal to cos x and sine of minus x is equal to sine x. So how did we get these two formulas? That's what I'm going to start this class with. Okay, those discussion I will start with. So first thing, what I see in here is this was same as before. It is a unit circle. Okay, it's a unit circle, and it was this point will be, this point was as before we had, it is a comma b. So this is point P. Just a small portion we have to discuss. We are left with discussing this one. Can anybody tell me what this point will be? This point will be what? If that is a comma b, this one will be a comma minus b. Okay, so this one is a comma minus b. Let's say this point to be R. So now let's start this discussion. So what we have in here is, here they are talking about cos of minus x. They are talking about angle that is minus x. So first thing you see, if I think of this one, so wait, people are joining in. If I think this one as x, wait guys, yeah, but once I switch it off again, one person is joining in. Yeah, now suppose this is our angle x. Okay, this is our x and this x is going anti-clockwise direction. Understood? Now can anybody tell me if this two triangles are totally equivalent, they are equal, everything is equal, the angles are equal, the sides are equal. So if I say this angle is x, can anybody tell me what will be this angle equal to? Think and tell me. What will be that angle equal to? It will be minus x. Okay, now I will tell you why it will be minus x. The reason is that because it's rotating in clockwise direction, right? And clockwise direction, I told you what, it will be a negative sign. Anti-clockwise is positive and clockwise is negative. Okay, clear? So now if this one, so this is a comma b, so this length is our a, so this length is our a, so this length is our a, this length is our b, and in here this length is our a, this length is our minus b. Yeah, now let's put our focus in here. Can anybody tell me for this triangle what is cos? Now listen carefully. I am finding cos of this angle, okay, and this angle is what, minus x. So what I will do, cos of minus x. So cos of minus x is equal to how much? Guys, please tell me. Cos of minus x is equal to how much? It will be? Minus. Think and tell me, cos of minus x is how much? Think and say. It is what? Base by hypotenuse. So base is what? A. Base is a. And hypotenuse is what? 1. So a by 1, it's a. Yes or no? Guys, please tell me, yes or no? Huh? Now, sine of minus x is how much? Sine of minus x is how much? Guys, tell me. Sine of minus x is perpendicular. It's minus b. Yes, minus b. Now from this triangle, we remember for this triangle cos x is equal to what? For this triangle the angle is x, no more minus x. For this triangle cos x is a, and sin x is what? B. Yes or no? So can you see here, cos of minus x is equal to cos x. Why? Because both are a. Cos of minus x is cos x, and sine of minus x is what? B is actually what? Can I write this one as minus sin x? Sin x is b, so in place of b I am writing sin x, so it is minus sin x. Am I clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. So please remember these formulas. These two formulas are very, very important. Cos of minus x is cos x, and sine of minus x is minus sin x. Understood? Very, very important. Okay, now we move on to, I think this one is finished. Now we move on to domain and range. Domain and range of trigonometric functions. I hope everybody is well aware about domain and range. Okay, right? So what was domain? Let's revise that thing. Domain is basically, suppose if I have a function like this, fx is equal to x. So domain is what? Domain is all the possible values of x for which the function is defined. Am I clear? Yes or no? And what is range? Range will be all the values of y. That is range. Understood everyone? Yes or no? Now tell me, I have the function sin x. Achha, the commerce students, please just listen this one. We'll revise this class. We'll have this class on Sunday or something like that. I will pick those days. Now first thing, fx is equal to sin x. Okay. So they're asking what is the domain. So domain will mean what? All the values of x for which sin x is defined. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now, tell me one by one. Do you see anything by 0? Do you see anything by 0 in here?
No, sir.
Do you see square root? Do you see square root? No. So what is the domain? So what is the domain? The domain is R. Am I clear? Yes or no? Now let's study about range. Now this is very very important portion. Please listen carefully. This concept, please understand. Why the range is from -1 to 1. I will tell you guys why it is from -1 to 1. Now you tell me one thing. Sin x is what? In terms of perpendicular hypotenuse. Sin x is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Everybody agree with this one? Yes, very. Now listen carefully. Hypotenuse is actually what? The longest side of the triangle. Can you think of any triangle? Can you think of any triangle whose perpendicular is greater than the hypotenuse?
No.
So it's not possible. Clear? So what we can directly say is that this fraction, if I say this numerator will never be greater than the denominator, so I can say what? The maximum value is 1. Clearly you think. If I have a fraction, if the numerator is always less, is never ever more than the denominator, so can I say that the maximum value of the fraction is 1? Yes or no? Please think and carefully answer me this one. Now you see here 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is, if I have to write in mixed fraction, the numerator is more. So I can write this one as what? 1 by 4. So it is what? More than 1. But I am saying what? That the denominator, the numerator is never ever more than the denominator. So the maximum value is 1. Yes, am I clear? So we have two conditions. One condition is P is equal to hypotenuse. When perpendicular is equal to hypotenuse. And when this is possible, perpendicular is equal to hypotenuse. When this is possible, I have discussed this one. Perpendicular is equal to hypotenuse. It will not be a triangle. It will be just like this. It will be just like a perpendicular line like this. For a perpendicular line, there is no base. Understood? For a perpendicular line, there is no base. So hypotenuse is equal to perpendicular. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
So for this one, what do we see? For this one, the value is what? The value is of sin x is what? 1, right? Understood? And the other one is perpendicular is less than hypotenuse. Because perpendicular can never be more than hypotenuse. So the value is what? Less than 1. Understood? Everyone clear? Yes or no? Yes. And this one will be true in the other direction also. Look, this one though I have discussed for what? This one I have discussed for a triangle in upside. Now it will also be true for the downside. What do you mean by the downside? The downside means what? The downside triangle means what? I will tell you what does it mean. It means the minimum value will be -1 and it will be greater than -1. Do you clear? Yes or no? This is the upside triangle and this is the downside triangle. So the minimum value is -1 and the maximum value is 1. This is our range of cos x. Everyone clear? Yes or no? Just think of 1, so the opposite side it will be -1. Understood? Whatever this upside, there will be some downside. Simple as that. Okay, so -1 to 1. Always remember it cannot be -1.1 because the fraction is greater than 1. So the fraction will always be less than equal to 1. Okay, understood? Now let's start drawing the diagram. So range is equal to minimum value is -1, maximum value is 1. Let's start drawing the diagram of this one. Let's see who can tell me one by one. I hope you guys remember the values. Yes, tell me. First let me mark those points. This point is your 0. Okay, and this point, I have a point in between them. So this point is our pi by 2. Pi by 2 is how much? This point is our pi by 2. And the next one will be pi by 2 plus pi. That is pi by 2 plus pi by 2. It is pi. So I have 90 degree. I have 180 degree. Then I have... this one will be how much? Guys, tell me. How much will this one will be? It will be 270 degree, right? And 270 degree is 3 pi by 2. And in the same, it will go this direction. So I will have here minus pi by 2. Here it will be minus pi. Here it will be minus 3 pi by 2. And here it will be minus 2 pi. Now, one by one you tell me the value. What is sine 0 is equal to? Sine 0 is equal to how much?
0.
0. Very good.
0.
Sine 0 is 0. That's right. So I have one point in here. 0. Now tell me. Next one. Sine 30 is how much? Sine 30 how much?
Half. 1 by 2.
Sine 30 is half. We have to do another 2 markings. We have to do markings of here it's 1 and here it's minus 1. Yeah, sine 30 is half. Very good. So let's mark, let's say half in here. So it will be this point. Sine 60 is how much? Sine 60 is how much?
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2. Now can you tell me, is 1 by root 2 greater than 1 by 2 or less than 1 by 2? 1 by root 2 is greater than 1 by 2 or less than 1 by 2?
Less than.
Less than. No. Sine 60 degree is how much? Sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2.
3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2, yes. So obviously it is greater than 1 by 2. Yes or no? Root 3 by 2 is greater than 1 by 2. Please listen carefully. So I have here. Root 3 is 1.732. Why it's not coming? It's here. Look at here. Root 3 is like this. The value of root 3. Everyone listen here. Root 3 is 1.732 divided by 2. Obviously this is greater than 1 by 2, right? This is greater than 1 by 2. Now, what is pi by 2 equal to? What is sine 90 is equal to? Sine 90 is how much?
1.
Sine 90 is 1. Okay. So the graph will be, so what I am seeing that the graph is like this. Yes or no? Okay. So the graph is increasing like this. Understood? Now forget about everything. The graph will be like this now. This is your sine graph. Okay, you see here sine 90, we will discuss those values, don't worry. Sine 180 is how much? Sine 180 is how much, everyone? Sine 180 is how much?
0.
0. So I get 0. Sine 270 is how much? Sine 270 is how much? Sine, you see, minus 1. Sine 360 is how much?
0.
Am I clear, everyone? Now you see, sine minus 90 is how much? Look at here, sine minus 90. Sine minus 90, from the graph you can see it's minus 1. Now I will tell you the formula which we have learned. Sine minus 90 degree. What was the formula? Is equal to what? Sine of minus sine 90. Yes or no? Sine of minus x is what? Minus sine x, right? So equal to minus 1. And that's what it is. Sine of minus 90 is minus 1. Am I clear? Understood? Now you see, sine of minus 270. Sine of minus 270. Let's find. So sine of minus 270 degree is equal to how much? Minus of sine 270. Yes or no? And sine 270 is what? Minus 1. So what I get? Minus of minus 1 is plus 1. And you see, it's positive. It's 1. Everyone clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that's how we draw sine curve. Now, let's discuss cos curve. Then I will go into cosec curve. So let's discuss cos curve. How to draw cos. First thing, first domain. What is the domain of cos? Tell me, do you see anything by 0?
No, sir.
Do you see square root? Do you see square root? So the domain is what? R. Am I clear? Okay. Now, what is the range? The range will be same as sine. Why? Because cos x is what? It is based by hypotenuse. Yes or no? Whatever perpendicular by hypotenuse, the same concept in here. Yes or no? Can base ever be greater than the hypotenuse? Can base ever be greater than? Never, right? Understood? So it is, the explanation is same just like sine x. So everybody understood why it's minus 1 to 1? Yes or no? I'm not doing it again because it will be like waste of time. Am I clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now let's start drawing the diagram. Aha, we have to write the markings again. Acha, let's do fast. 0. This one will be pi by 2. This one will be pi. This one will be 3 pi by 2. This one will be 2 pi. Fast. This one will be minus pi by 2. This one will be minus pi. This one will be, who's joining now? This one will be minus 3 pi by 2. This one will be minus 2 pi. Now let's start. Acha, what is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is how much?
1.
Yes, very good. Cos 0 is 1. So let's do the marking. Cos 0 is, we have to mark that one also. It's 1 and this one is minus 1. Yes, very good. So cos 0 is 1. Yes. Now tell me, what is cos 30 degree? Look, sin x was what? Increasing, right? From 0 to 9x, sin x was increasing, right? And the values of cos x is what? Opposite of sine. Everybody tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So cos x will be decreasing. Am I clear? Everyone, please tell me. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So now I will draw the diagram. I will draw the whole diagram. Then I will discuss the values. First I will draw the whole diagram. Then I will discuss the values. Yes. Now look at here. Cos 90 is how much? 0.
20. 0.
Cos 180 is how much? Cos 180 is how much? Don't look at the diagram and tell me the answer. Just from your head. You see cos 180? Yes, minus 1. Cos 270 is how much? odd multiple of pi by 2. Cos 270 is 0, right? Yes or no? And cos 360 is how much? Cos 360 is 1. Everyone clear? Yes or no? Now you see here cos minus 90. So cos of minus 90 will be what? Let's do. Cos of minus 90, we learned a formula. Cos of minus 90. So cos of minus x is what? Cos of minus x is cos x. So it is just cos 90. And that is equal to how much? 0. Am I clear? Yes or no? And you see cos minus 90 is 0. Now tell me cos of minus 180. Cos of minus 180 is how much? We know that cos of minus x is cos x. So cos of minus 180 will be cos of 180 degree. And cos of 180 degree is how much? Minus 1. And you see cos of minus 180 is minus 1. Everyone clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is our cos. So this is our cos. How to draw cos? Please look at it and please draw it. Okay? Homework. You have to draw these things. Now, next one. Now we will be going into cosec curve. This is more interesting one. Achha, I shouldn't do like this.